Hey folks, it's a beautiful sunny day. It's hard to believe, I know. But don't worry, it ain't gonna last. We're gonna have it for 2 or 3 days and then right back into more snot and rain. What we need, right? Well, right now I'm working on servicing the Kubota 2320, greasing it, changing the oil, changing filters. I'm gonna drain out the hydraulic fluid. Goes on a hourly, what the hell is that? Tick probably. Goes on a hourly schedule on the hour meter. But I do it every year anyway, just because, you know, it ain't gonna hurt it, right? And it's not that expensive to change the oil. It's not that expensive to change the fluid. Sure, it costs money to get the fluid and the filters, but I'd rather keep the equipment up and running. So, working on getting that done, then I'm going to wind up putting the backhoe on, and I've got some stuff to do around the house here with the backhoe. And going to move firewood around, and got to take care of equipment, right? I just had the bucket up in the air, as you saw, and greased all the hinge points on the bucket and all the other points up forward. And there's a couple points you need to have the bucket up in the air to get to. I know, not everybody has the luxury and convenience of being able to pick things up. Being able to do this is nice. I can sit in a chair and get it where I want it. I don't have to crawl around on the floor, don't have to jack things up, nothing like that. So, very glad of that. Make a mess here in a second. Like that. There, at the same time, the oil's still trickling out. I'm gonna change the fill filter, which is right here, and there's an element inside of there. So it's gonna dribble on me until I pull this off, and then it's gonna shut itself off. And that diesel fuel can drain right in with the used oil, no problem at all. Should be able to pull that old filter out, just like that. She's getting pretty geeby, been in there a while. And you can see there's a pile of crap in the bowl. That's where you want it. You don't want that going through your injectors. So I'm going to clean that all out in good shape. And then here is a new filter element that just drops down in there. I don't know if there's a new O-ring or not. Nope. Okay, so we got to recycle that O-ring right there. Quite a difference between the new one and the old one, ain't there? Drop that down in. There we go. Just wipe that one off for good measure. Make sure there's no sawdust or anything on it from the workbench. Set that on there like so. That's ready to go back on. So I'm going to hit that check valve. She's going to start pissing on me a little bit. It's okay. Screw her till she goes up in and stops. Running down my arm. That's all right. Just a little diesel fuel ain't gonna kill you. It's all the way up to my elbow. And we're not gonna reef the snot out of it, just get it good and snug. Got all kinds of different tools and implements of destructions here. This is a cup style wrench that goes right on the end of the filter. Just for things like that. I do all my underneath stuff first, like draining all the fluids out of it, checking everything under here, making sure everything's good to go. I got a couple grease fittings I got to hit under here, like on the brake pedals and such. Do all that. Then change these filters, get all that done. Then I'll put it back down on the deck and start doing the upper stuff, like putting fluids back in it and changing the air filter, all that good jazz. So now we're gonna get hydraulic fluid coming, puking out of here. See what this looks like. Yeah, that looks pretty gross. While that's draining, looks like she's almost done. I've got pliers made for oil filters. I've got about everything there is to remove a filter. This right one, I can get in there with a band wrench. The left one, you can't because the frame is in the way. So I just reach up in there with this, and grab a hold of her, get a good grip on it. And I can start turning them. Gonna let things sit for a little bit, drizzle, drain, while I hit a couple of these grease fittings. Try and get just as much of that fluid out as possible. Filters, Napa has filter sales in the spring and the fall. That's when I load up on filters. I got a bunch of them on the shelf for the truck, tractor, wood splitter, welding machine, all that type of stuff. So I'll go spend, you know, a few $100s at a time on filters, and they'll sit on the shelf because, you know, they're like 75% off, something like that. So getting rid of oil, hydraulic fluid, the diesel fuel that dribbled in here, that ain't no problem. Got a guy nearby, has a auto garage. He's got a waste oil furnace. So if it's a petroleum product, other than gasoline, so hydraulic fluid, transmission fluid, diesel fuel, anything like that, it can all get mixed together, and I can take it right out to him, and he burns that in the wintertime, and that becomes free fuel oil for his waste oil furnace. So he gets free heat for his auto shop. The world's longest pee, Adam Sandler. Ah, boy, just gonna let it go till it stops going. So the filter lines, well, mounts here stop draining out. So this tractor has a filter on the supply side and on the suction side of the hydraulics. Finally stopped leaking. I went in and got me some lunch instead of sitting here waiting for it. Well, now we can plug her up, maybe. Get in there, stop being stubborn. And get her plugged up, wiped up, and move on. Oh yeah, that's freaking thing. That's getting pretty scuzzy. Got a brand new one right there. Yeah, black and white. All right, well, we'll change that out. There we go. Believe it or not, that battery has been in this tractor since November of 2011, maybe October, somewhere right in there, when this tractor was brand new. That is the original. And now it's May of 2025. That thing is still going. Hydraulic fluid's pretty easy to get to here to fill it up. I think it takes about 3 gallons if I remember right. I've got pretty well a full bucket here. And I don't know what that stuff costs these days, but I've had this bucket for a while. And we'll give her some and keep checking her on the dipstick till we get it where it's supposed to be. You know, you kind of think they would dye this stuff so it's easy to see it on a dipstick, but no, it's like looking at water on the dipstick. Trying to find it, you just have to look for the wet spot. I'm at that point in the bucket. I must be getting pretty close. I'm not even on the dipstick yet, but should be getting there. So I'm just giving it a little bit at a time because you got about that much space on a dipstick between low and high. So that's not a real wide margin. I don't want to, you know, blow it way over and have to drain fluid out. So just a little bit at a time now. Checked out some more stuff in the engine compartment, just looking things over. The belt, that's the original belt since 2011, and looking at the outside surface of it, it's a V-belt. It's the wide surface that you can easily see. That looks great. Taking the flashlight and looking on the inside of the V, it's got some pretty hard cracking going on, so I'm gonna get a new belt. Hit it right on the money. Get it right at the top of the safe range, so perfect. This old antifreeze has been in here for a long time, so we're gonna drain that out and get rid of it. Put in some new stuff. Should only be maybe about a gallon in this thing. Not too much, not a very big motor. And took the reservoir tank out, flushed that out, cleaned that out, poured some water down through the radiator, flushed that out, put the drain plug back in. Don't want to forget that. So now we can fill her back up. This is going to be a little slow. We can't really rush it. It's just a little hole there. All the inside is done. All new filters, all new fluids, all greased up. It's checked over. Everything seems to be good on it. So now it's time for a date with the air hose. All back together and ready to go. Catch you on the next one.